This is lesson 23, exit ticket, numbers 1 and 2. So the directions are determine and explain how to find the surface area of the following right prisms. Okay? We look at this and we see that this side is labeled 5 feet, this side is labeled 12 feet, this side is labeled 15 feet, this side is labeled 13 feet. We see that this is a right triangle here. Okay? So we're going to need to find the area of this triangle, the area of this triangle, which is underneath it, and then there's 1, 2, and a side that's on the third side back here. So there's 3 sides to the triangle, so there's 3 rectangles. 3 rectangles make up the 3 sides of this 3-dimensional object. Okay? So we're going to need to add up those 3 sides plus the area of the triangle at the top and the triangle at the bottom. So areas of the 3 sides and the areas of the triangles. So 5 sides total we're going to have to add up. Okay? Let's do the triangles first. Let's find their area. Okay? It's kind of easy because the triangle on top is the same as the triangle on the bottom. So we know there's 2 of them, so we're going to put our 2 outside the parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we're going to put our formula for area of a triangle. It's 1/2, and then we're going to multiply times base times height. Well, the base of this triangle is right here. Okay? We don't know what it is, but down here we see that that same side is labeled 5. So if it's 5 down here, it's 5 up here. So that's our first number. That's our base, and we're going to multiply it by the height. The height is this number, or this line right here. It's not labeled up here, but it is down here, 12. So 12 goes here. Close that parentheses, and then you need another parentheses because this closes this parentheses, these 2 parentheses right here. This opens it, closes it. Well, we opened one here, so we need to close that one as well. So that's how and this is, we're finding area. Okay, and this is the area of the 2 triangles. Okay, so now we get area equals, well, 5 times 12. We're going to do that first. We'll keep everything else the same, but let's just fill in that 5 times 12. 5 times 12 is 60. Okay. Now we're going to multiply 60 times 1/2. A equals 2, and then we're going to do the 1/2 times 60. Half of 60 is 30. Close our parentheses. 2 times 30, our area is 60 feet squared. So that's just for the triangle up at the top, the triangle down at the bottom. That's 2 of the pieces. We have the 3 sides of the triangle, and the side behind there makes the 3rd side. Each side is a little bit different. So for this side that's right here, where this is the top and this is the bottom, we have 15 times 12. So A equals 15 times 12. A equals 15 times 12, if we plug that into the calculator, is 180 feet squared. Okay, that's this side right here we just found. Now we need to find the area of this side. Well, this side we see that the width is 5, so we can put that as our first number. We need to figure out what this line right here is. Well, we see that over here, this line, the line that's congruent with it, it's a rectangle, they're parallel lines, 15. When we multiply 5 times 15, we end up with 75 feet squared. Now we're left with the rectangle that's on the back side. So the back side rectangle, this is the base. This dotted line right here is the base. We don't know what that is, but the line at the top is labeled 13, so this could be labeled 13 feet as well. Okay, and our side again is 15. So we got this area as being 15 times 13. Area of that rectangle, 15 times 13 is 195 feet squared. Okay? So now we have the area of the 3 sides and the area of the top triangle and the area of the bottom triangle. The only thing left is to add all those up. 195 plus 180, got this one, plus 75 plus 60. On your calculator, or we could just do this real quick. 5 and 5 is 10, carry the 1. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 and 8 is 18. 18 and 7 is 25. 25 and 6 is 31. Carry the 3. 3, 4, 5. 510 feet squared. That is our total surface area. Now we need to write a sentence of what we did. Okay? We found the area of top and bottom triangles, and then found area of each rectangular side, and then we added all areas together. The sentence explains it. Found the area of the top and bottom triangles. Then we found the area of each rectangular side. 1, 2, 3. Then we added all the areas together. Boom, 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 boom. Added them together. There's our work. So we have shown all our work. There's number 1. If you need to see it, pause the video, take a look at it, write things down. Number 2, on the bottom. Okay, this one's a little trickier. Okay, this is again a rectangular prism. We're going to need to find the area of the top, and we know that the area of the top is going to be the same as the area of the bottom. If we flipped this over, the area of the bottom and the area of the top are going to be the same. But then we also need to find the surface area of all these sides. There's a side back there, one continuous side back there, this side here, which we could draw a line right here to separate out, this side here, this side here. We know there's another side behind there that we can't quite see, this side here, and we know there's another side over here that we can't see. So there's a ton of sides that we're going to need to figure out. As well as when we figure out the top, we're going to have to break this into 2 separate rectangles. This rectangle plus this rectangle. I think that's easiest, so let's do that first. Okay? So if we break this in half, right, or not really in half, but we break it into 2 rectangles. We have this rectangle right here and this rectangle right here. Okay? This rectangle right here, the same thing is on the other side. So we can do 2, A equals 2 times, okay, our width is 5, length is 10. 10 times 5, A equals 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 2 is 100. So we found this area right here, this side inside, plus the inside of the opposite on the bottom. Now we need to find the area of this rectangle, and we can do, again, we can say there's 2 of them because there's one on the top and one on the bottom. A equals 2 times 5 times 4. A equals, okay, 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 2 is 40. Okay? So the area of all this white space on the top and the white space on the bottom, we could total that up to be 100 plus 40 gives us 140 feet squared. All right, now we need to find all these little sides. Let's start with the back side behind here. We know the length is 10, and we can see here that the height is 1, or the width is 1. So it's just 10 times 1. So A equals 10 times 1 equals 10. This area on the side here, we see again it's times 1. That's our width for all of these will be 1. But what is our length here? It's not labeled here, but it is labeled over here, 5. Okay? And for this one, actually, this side and the side that's behind here are going to be the same because it's a rectangle. So this is 5, this is 5, this is 1, this is 1. So we can actually put that in parentheses and say there's 2 of those. 1 times 5 is 5, times 2 is 10 there. Okay? Now, let's deal with this side right here. The area of this rectangle right here is actually going to be the same as the area of this rectangle right here. So we're once again going to say there's a 2 on the outside, and inside the parentheses, what's being multiplied, our 1 is definitely being multiplied, but we don't know what this is. How are we going to figure this out? Well, this whole thing back here is 10, so this whole line right here is 10. We know that from here to here is 4, that's labeled, and these two appear to be the same size. So if we take 10 and subtract our 4, we're left with 6. 6 divided by 2, each of these could be labeled a 3 feet. So, this, we already have the 1, this rectangle right here, our length is 3. 3 times 1 is 3 times 2 equals 6. Now we're going to find the area of this rectangle right here, which is going to be the same as this rectangle that's hidden over here. Okay, so there's 2 of those. These are 5 by 1. 5 by 1. 5 times 1 is 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, now we got this, this side right here. There's no other rectangle that we need to find. We have found this by finding this. We found this by finding this. We found the hidden one over here by finding this. The only one we're left with is this rectangle right here, which has a length of 4 feet and a height of 1 foot. So our area, there's not 2 of them, there's only 1, so we're just going to say 4 times 1 equals 4. Okay? Now we're going to take those area, add them all up. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 6 is 26, plus 10 is 36, 36 plus 4 is 40 feet squared. So now we have all the sides, plus what we have up here, which we found was the total white space, top and bottom. We add those together. 140 plus 40 equals 180 feet squared. Okay? So to write our sentence, we added up areas that we found of the back, the sides, and the front, comma. Actually, no comma there. Take that out. We added areas of the back, sides, and front, right here. We added that to the area, of the top and bottom. And that's what we did right here. We found the area of the top and bottom, added it to the areas of the back, sides, and front. Total 180 feet squared. That is lesson 23, exit ticket.